All right, so for our bedside table, the first thing we need to do is map out the area on the floor. So we have our room all set up, we've got the bed already here, and now we're going to just kind of plot out where we want that bedside table to be, lining up with your vanishing point. Just kind of mark out there on the floor where you want those lines to start, and draw that square or rectangular shape out on the floor of your room, starting with those lines that line up to your vanishing point, and then cut those off with your horizontal line. Here I've made sure that it lines up with the floor line, as well as then lining up my ruler with the edge of the paper. I've got a couple little tails there. I'm going to go ahead and erase those. Then from there, you're going to go ahead and do your vertical lines. We're just going to take those verticals up on the wall as high as we want this bedside table to be, which typically is not much higher than the bed itself. So you have those two lines in, go ahead and cut that off with your horizontal. Now that you have your placement mapped out on the wall and on the floor, now we're going to go ahead and go from the vanishing point to our corners. We're going to draw that line out as far as we need to so that it would be above the corners that we have on the floor, which you'll see what I mean in just a second. Again, at any point, feel free to pause and rewind to see what you need to do, but now that we have those lines, now we're going to go ahead and use a vertical line to connect those two. Remember to connect it where it should be, not to where the end of your line is. You can always go and erase those little tails, those little extras. And now we have our two corners. And that's a little bit blurry. Sorry about that. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and connect those two corners. And now we have a basic box. Okay, and from here we're going to be able to actually see three sides of this box: the top, the front, and then you have the side on the right. But we're not going to see that side on the left, so we're going to go ahead and erase the inside lines that would be covered up because it's a solid object, it's not see-through. And once you have your basic box, just kind of like what we did with the bed, now it's about adding those details to turn it into the piece of furniture that you're looking for. So for us, since we're doing a bedside table, I'm just going to add a couple drawers on here. So I'm going to just line my ruler up. I'm going to draw the left side of the drawers. I'm going to do them at the same time, so 1 and 2. Now those are perfectly lined up. Now I can do my horizontal lines for the top and bottom of each drawer. Again, make sure that things are lined up and staying perfectly horizontal. I'm going to draw that over as far as I want it to go. Now do the bottom, top of the second drawer, and the bottom of the second drawer. And then I just need to take my horizontal line, make sure the line is correct. You can always adjust where your marks are, but you want those to be perfectly lined up. Then in the center, I'm just going to add little dots for little drawer pulls, and there it is.